Good morning. Here's the S63 AMG by Turbo. This is the V8. As you know, the V8 by Turbo from AMG. I mentioned to you we refinished the wheels in the silver. It's actually called a Hyper Silver. These are 20-inch wheels. These are the same black rims that we had previously. We just repainted them. The reason being is because we like the silver over the black for this particular color of the Mercedes. It sticks out a little better. It makes the lines look nicer, cleaner. Just makes the whole car look a bit different. And we prefer that over the matte black wheels that we had before. These are the same wheels, like I said, we just repainted them. And the car is on power. The engine is not on, but the car is on. So I can show you some of the features on it. The 360-degree camera is on the dashboard. This is where it comes out from, if you ever wonder what that was. And that's also sensors for the cruise control, for lane assist. This car is awesome. This is probably one of the nicest cars we have. But this particular S-Class, when it came out, the AMG was just phenomenal. The new body, the new lines, the headlights were changed. The interior was also changed quite a bit. And I mean, S-Class is just an S-Class. It's one of those cars who just have so much features, yet the car looks so clean inside. There's a few buttons, yet it's fully loaded with lots of features. Power seats. I assume you probably have had an S-Class before, or maybe something similar, maybe 7 Series. So a lot of these features are probably not new to you. But one of the things I've noticed the most is the interior on the AMG. The seats, you have this custom stitching here. Eiffel Terback, which I believe was one of the owners that created AMG, which is why the A is A in AMG. This is the camera I told you about. So the front camera is this one. This is the one that's sticking on the front grille there. Then you have the bird's eye view of the whole car. Sunroof. Here's a sunroof. It's one touch. So we'll go ahead and open that. Back seats. Sorry, it's a bit shaky. I'm gonna go ahead and do this quite fast, but the steering wheel is leather with a bit, the suede on the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. You have phone controls, volume. That's for the main screen here and the front on the dashboard cluster. You can control all the features on that screen, and then here you control actually this main screen in front of us. So I'll sit on the driver's side, and it's perfect how it fits your hand. It's almost made for your thumbs, for all your fingers to rest on. So every button is within reach. I think it's one of the best features that Mercedes has, because it's custom made for your hand, for comfort, for convenience. And then back here, this is almost like a luxury suite on wheels. Plenty of leg room. You can control your seats from here. I believe you can also adjust the front seat from here, just like that. Yeah. So the front seat, you can move it up if you're going out for dinner. You have a driver. Move the seat up all the way. And then window, you control the window shade, which gives you a nice tint on the car. And you can also control the left shade from here. And then you have the sunroof. Well, actually, this is just a shade. There's no sunroof here. But you do have a shade which you control from your window controls on the right. And then you also have the rear shade, which goes up and down. And both sides have the same controls. So it's really neat. And this is actually more like a 4-seater car. Although there's a 3 seat belts. The center seat is mostly for convenience of the center console going down. And that way you can have drinks. Sometimes they have a cooler installed. This one does not have the cooler, but this one's I haven't seen this before yet. Yeah, so you can put those down all the way, and then they pop up. But this is mostly like a 4-seater chauffeur vehicle where you have a driver, you sit in the back, you go on a date, you have the vanity mirrors, going out to dinner, and you have the vanity mirrors there. You have headlights for not headlights, but reading lights. Go ahead and turn those off. And you also have AC controls in the back, so you can control all the features that you usually control from the front. You can control all that from back here, and then you can turn it off. Just leave the front vents on. Actually, it just turns off the whole system. And then the vents, you have vents on this side as well. So you have this one, this one, and this one, and then that fourth one there. So it's a really nice car. I personally love the S-Class much more than the 7 Series. But the AMG, this car is unique. I really love the AMG. And the doors, they're automatic. You don't have to close them all the way. They actually shut on their own. And I apologize, we're a bit tight in the showroom. I would prefer to take the car out. It's just early morning. I'm short on staff right now, but I wanted to do a short video for you and kind of show you the car. This one actually has a bit of a storage. I always wonder why they actually have this, because it doesn't hold a lot of weight, but it can hold some interior perfume, so you can have a little bit. This one goes in the glove compartment, so I'll show you. There's a little compartment for air freshener that goes into the glove box, and then that circulates through the air conditioner. You'll notice the blind spot monitor on the mirrors, left and right. The sunroof is black. The whole roof is actually black, so it gives it a nice touch. It's mostly gray and black. Black interior, leather interior, and then you have this gray with a very light hue to it. In the sun, it really sticks out. It pops out so much. And the wheels too have that same hue that kind of sticks out. And then from here, power seats control. You can also control the right seat from here, which is at right. So you have the heated seats, cool seats. You have 3 memories. You control your seat from here, and then if you push that button for the right, it actually controls the seat on the right. And that again gives you, the driver, lots of control for the whole vehicle, which is awesome. And then as far as the dashboard here, I'm gonna leave the car off just because we're in the showroom, but it's on now, so we can actually operate the features. So like I was saying, here you really rest your hand and you have all your features kind of within reach, right? So once you get the hang of it, it's really convenient. You control everything for this screen, from this screen here, from the settings here. You connect your phone here. You can make calls, dial numbers. You don't have to look. You can actually, if you put your fingers on it, you'll notice the screen come up on the main screen. So you can just go ahead and dial the number. Volume control, which is here. And then eco mode. Eco mode simply means the car is going to turn off when you stop. It's a feature that it's been out for a few years now. I personally don't like it. I don't like that feeling of being stopped and the car shutting off and on. But it does save you a bit of gas mileage on it. And this one here, yeah, it controls the main screen if you want it on or off. And then here you control all the settings. So you have Navi, Sport mode, Comfort mode, and then you have 3 driver settings, which is Comfort, Sport, and Manual mode. So you'll see that come up on here. So if you're in Comfort mode, you'll see that C. And all these lights are on because the switch is on. Once the engine is on, they all shut off. I can actually show you that for just a quick minute. Yeah. That's a loud engine. So let's go ahead and turn that switch back on. So you're in Comfort mode, you can go to Sport mode, and then you can go to Manual mode. So that gives you control of the gears. You can go upshift here, downshift on the left, and then all your controls are the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So once you're driving, you have better grip with the suede, and you can control the shifts from here. Use your thumb for the steering controls on both sides. On the left, you have additional features, which would be like the steering assist. So if you're ever driving, and you'll notice the car has sensors that detect the lights on sorry, let me put that back on. So the car has sensors that are constantly beaming out lasers to read off the lines on the street. So anytime you start to swerve left or right without signaling, if you have that safety feature on, the steering assist, it will actually guide the wheel back into the lane. Unless you signal, then it assumes you're actually switching lanes. But if you don't, then it's going to assume you're drifting off the lane. That's also lane keeping assist. It'll keep you in the lane. And then you have parking sensors here. You can turn those on or off. And then you have the 360-degree camera that I showed you earlier. So that's mostly for parking if you want to see how far you have to go back or forward. And AC controls, you'll see the screen come up with the temperature. We have all your settings here for AC. This is strictly for AC. This will actually block if you want this to be open or closed. You can also close those. I think if you go, I think there was a way to close these. I forget. I guess it's just here. Just go ahead and close it. Yeah, that closes them out. And then under the mirror, you have steering, the garage controls for your garage. And then here you control your sunroof, one touch forward or up, back, and then you also control the rear shade. So you should be, hang on a sec. Oh no, this is the rear shade for the rear. I was thinking of the actual rear shade for the very back. And that one, I know there's a button for that, I just gotta find it. I thought it was up there. Anyway, so and then on the features, you'll find here the navigation, and you can also lift the vehicle up a few inches for safety. If you ever want, on the off-road, or you're going to the ranch, you're going on the dirt, you can actually lift it up about 2 inches so you can clear any potholes. This is mostly driving settings. This is the controls for the stereo, the surround sound, the volume. And then you have, of course, this really neat dial that so you select the function you want to go into. You can go into media if you want to go to Bluetooth, auxiliary. You can go into CD player, and then you have radio, navigation, and all these features will come up, right? As you press them, they'll come up here. I'm sure you're familiar with all these features, assuming you're looking at an AMG. But I personally love Mercedes. At first, it might be a little complicated to use if you never had a Mercedes. But if you have had a Mercedes and you understand the features of how it's set up, it's really user-friendly. And I find it really easy to use once you get the hang of it. It's very convenient. It's probably one of the best, most user-friendly features and systems that I've seen and that I've been able to get used to. The EC is the fastest. It's convenient. It's well made. It's really a Mercedes, and I've only seen that in the S class. The other Mercedes have it, but this one is just so well developed because it has this exact setup where you control the whole vehicle almost. Let me see what else I can show you. Let's go ahead and look at the mileage. So from here, you control the settings on the main screen. You can scroll down. You can actually control the navigation, the radio, select your Bluetooth or your interface that you want to look for. That's a nice feature. So AMG has a little bit more than the S550 would, including this same feature that I'm looking at. This would be track mode, looks like. So you have manual mode, sport, suspension, traction control. So that would be more for like performance settings. But let's go ahead and take a look at the odometer. So 5,950 miles is the actual odometer reading right now. And it's all digital, which is super nice. Super, super nice. And then also, once you're in the main screen here, if you go to vehicle, you can control the lights inside the car. You may have noticed that before, but you can control everything in the vehicle. It's almost like a computer. So you go to vehicle settings, and then you have small, adjustments to make it custom to you. And then interior lighting, exterior lighting, delayed. So ambient lighting, this is the color, and you can go from blue, you can go to white. I want to shut this for you. You're gonna go ahead and roll the windows up, make sure it's darker. And then, so right now it's a little bit of a white. Actually, if you look at the back, you can see it better. You can have it alternate colors, you can have it switch every 5 seconds, you can just keep it in one color. And then you can also change the brightness if you want it to be brighter, dimmer if you want it to be only in the front of the car. There's so many features. I mean, you can really customize the whole car to you. So anyway, so that's the car. It is one owner. I checked the Carfax, which I'm going to send to you. The last service was here at the Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu. It was an oil check, maintenance check. It was done back in February of this year. It's only one owner. It's 5,000 miles. It is listed at 109,000, and we've actually lowered the car quite a bit. So this would be our final price. We are flexible, but I would love to get you on the phone with Rima. He's the owner, and he'll go ahead and set you up with the shipping and give you the final price out the door. But it's a beautiful car. We have had it here for a little bit, which is why we lowered the vehicle to a lower price. But if we have the right buyer, which I think it might be all the way from Florida, then we are willing to earn your business and get the car over to you. It's a beautiful car. I really appreciate this car, and I think you would too. It's just well made. It's a car you probably will keep for a few years, if not just return it and sell it. You have USB ports here as well, auxiliary for the headphones. And I'm still looking for that rear window shade. I know there's a control somewhere, but another thing to notice is the front seats are massaged, so you can select the strongest feature, the strongest massage setting will be 6, and even the 6 is not that strong. I think it's more of a safety. They can't go. They wouldn't go ahead and give you, put a strong massage seat setting, because it'll be unsafe when you're driving and you're shaking, right? So, and dynamic multi-contour seat. All that is that when you turn, if you're going left, right, the actual sides of the seat will conform to your body. So it almost kind of hold you in place as you're turning. Whichever way you're turning, it will be that side that's going to go ahead and actually almost kind of bend into your body. So it's just a slight, firmness that wraps around your body, so you stay in the seat, and it keeps you in just comfort. And you can take the turn fast. It's a performance vehicle, so if you're ever in the track or you're racing, that's what it's for. Although it's an S-Class, it's not really a racing car, but it is an AMG V8 bi-turbo, a lot of horsepower. You have good tires on it, and they also have beautiful wheels that we just refinished. So that's it. I hope you like the car. I know I went into a bit longer than I would have liked, but I wanted to make sure all the features were covered. If you have any questions, call me, and I will be glad to help. All right. Aloha. Take care.